And they go on to say, they also trap those who seek a guardian from out there to help them pass the test, so to speak. These earthbound are clever and fool many with their knowledge from the other side, their ability to mimic loved ones and their beguiling ways. And here again you get the understanding, simple little things that they say, but kind of a whole book in one sentence. They also trap those who seek a guide from out there to help them pass the test, so to speak. What are they saying? I asked them, because I said, what is that? What is that? What are you trying to tell us here? They trap those who seek a guide from out there to help them pass the test, so to speak. In other words, they view this life, I asked them, they said they view this life as a test. What do you want? Dominion? You want Father's love. What do you want? The tickle? You want Father's love. Two choices. That's the test. When you're dealing with the test, you're going to go out there and seek the Indian guide, the mystical guide that guides you, that helps you answer the, what am I going to do here? Oh, this decision is so difficult. What am I going to do? Please help me make the decision. You make the decision for me. What do you mean, you make the decision for me? How are you going to pass a test if somebody else is making a decision for you? How are you going to cheat on this? You can't. But there they are saying that those earthbound entities that you wouldn't want to have anything to do with if they were living, you wouldn't give them the time of day most. The gutter people, the druggies, gone, just totally self-enmeshed people. You're going to ask them to help you make decisions in your life? Whew. That was paraphrasing the answer they gave me. Okay, now I understand that. That means that you don't be asking for your Indian guide out there, and you don't meditate outwardly, you meditate inwardly. If you do, you set the guardian, tell him the ones aloud, save me and those that would help me. Okay. Then they say, okay, now we have these earthbound, and they're clever, and they're dead, and they're earthbound, and they're trying to manipulate you. How do you test for these? And they say, is there a test for these then? And they say, and the test for these are, what would they have you do? Earth stuff? Meditate? Leave your body? Yeah, we already discussed that. If that's what they want you to do, beware. The next one they say, make a better world, give you a better life, help you find the power, beware. So what they're saying is, if those are, make a better world, you're only here for the test. You're not here for eternity. It isn't about making a better world. It isn't about heaven on earth. It's about decisions. It's about choices. Where do you want to go? Give you a better life here? It isn't about a better life here. It's about making choices, getting here or there, helping you decide which you want the most, helping you find the power. Anytime you're talking about power, you're talking about dominion. Beware. That's how you know them. If they say, if you run into one and it says, set your guardian and venture inward and find your true guide, and after finding same, ask that you turn around and teach others the truth you found there, be thankful. So, on the one side, beware. Meditate, leave your body, find power, beware. Make choices for you, beware. If it tells you, if this guide, if you will, tells you to set your guardian, venture inward, and find your true guide. Who's your true guide when you venture inward? Your persona, your soul. And after finding that it asks you to turn around and teach others the truth you found there, by the time you find your persona, your soul, you will have found a myriad of things inward, and you will not be able to help but turn around and go out and tell others what you found there. Be thankful you got the right one. How do you tell? They just told you. I just explained it to you. Then they go on to the next group, and you remember they kind of combined all these groups and kind of grouped them all together so that it was easier for you to understand than if they'd have done it some different way. And they say the next group to influence you in this mystical level is the earth powers up to and including the higher powers. These will influence you in ways of a subconscious nature if they are petitioned to in the proper manner by man, or you just come under their influence in some manner. This influence is rare these days, but it is still there. And then they go on to the next group. And as always, here you are with a short little paragraph, and they're talking about those that would influence you that aren't dead, that are what they call the earth powers up to and including the higher powers. What on earth is all of that about? Well, let me just lay this thing out for you. In any ritual, in any form of mystical, religious, philosophical enterprise, if you hear the words earth, air, fire, water, north, south, east, and west, you're talking about the higher powers. They're talking about the higher powers. It may be distorted. It may be changed. It may be ununderstandable, unintelligible. I mean, it's lost. But if you have the altars in the four corners, the four cardinal directions, if you have the fire in one place, the water in one place, the air in one place, and earth in another place, you're dealing with the worshiping of the higher powers. Higher powers. What are they? The next level below the Earth Guardian. Earth Guardian, higher powers. Higher powers than the Earth powers. Four higher powers. Trying to tell man that they were gods in an earlier time, man worshipped them. Man sacrificed animals for them, maybe even humans for them. Man worshipped them, and they liked it. So, a short little paragraph. Can we come under the influence of them now? Are they gone? See, you understand what they're saying? Are they gone? No, they're not gone. They're still here. Could you still worship them? Sure, you could still worship them. Do you know the rules? No, we don't remember the rules anymore. But were the rules? Sure. I have seen one of the higher powers come to a Catholic, a traditional Catholic wedding. Came, everybody didn't see him, he was ignored, it was ignored, left. But the incense was given, the altar was there, he was called, or it was called. It came, it was very like, okay, what do you want me to do? Nobody paid any attention to it, it left. Can they be called? Yeah. Do they have power? Certainly. Do they help man? Absolutely not. Do you have to worship them? What are you? That second highest thing in the creation, actually the highest thing in creation, because God is creator, not creation. The highest thing in creation, or are you just the animal man being lied to and told that you have to do something or other so you can gain immortality, which you already have, and become something more important than a monkey, which you already are? Lie, lie, lie. Higher powers join that lie. Book 5 will tell you why. Forgive the poetry. So then they say the next group, and here they go to another group. The next group, which includes the black robes, white robes, gray robes, brown robes, and then they say here that we mean no disrespect, but rather the best description for those who know. And the next group, and what they're talking about here is this next one that they're going to discuss, which is the black-robed elephant nosers. Those who know, and I know those who know, so those who don't know, someday. Then they go on to little watchers and the myriad of others. These just might be seen from the corner of your eye in a flick of a second, or they might actually influence you in some way related to their own agenda. In any case, unless you're well developed and thus able to handle them, they rarely care to bother you. In other words, here's an influence, but probably one that you won't find influencing you, nor even have to deal with until your development is such that you, one, see see them, and two, you already know how to deal